Hey everybody, welcome to the show. This is about the dish. Today, we're doing a beautiful cottage cheese lasagna. We're gonna use some tomato sauce, man, beautiful cottage cheese, some nice sausage. It's gonna be a great dish. Man, I'm excited to show you this dish. We wanna get going right in the kitchen, get busy. There's a lot to do for this recipe. Let's get started. This is about the dish. So excited to have you guys in the Chef Brooks kitchen today. We're gonna do a really simple chicken pasta dish, nice and super simple beauty right there. That's made with so much love. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Man, thank you so much for being in the kitchen with me today. We're gonna do a beautiful lasagna roll-up made with cottage cheese, beautiful Hiland cottage cheese. We got the good stuff today. We're gonna do a little bit of prep work before we get started. So I wanna show you, we are using a little bit of fattening stuff in our lasagna. I'm gonna use some Italian sausage here, just some rope sausage. And what I wanna do is get it down to a dice. If you wanna buy the ground stuff, you can do that too. But I'm gonna take it and just cut it in half. And each half I'm gonna cut into thirds the long way. Make sure you got a good sharp knife, man. Once you get those into thirds the long way, we just want to dice it up. Remember, all dice is going to come from some kind of a strip. So we have to turn that sausage into a strip before we can turn it into a dice. Onions, bell peppers, any of it, it has to be turned into a strip. So we just got to do the job one more time. We need one more round of this, and before I get on to that second one, I'm gonna turn on the burner to about medium high. We wanna get that skillet ready because we're gonna put this sausage right in there. We wanna cook it up, give it some good toast, and have it be ready to go inside our lasagna. Because we're gonna roll up the lasagna and then we'll put the sausage on top. But just get some good strips going. And again, be real cautious. I'm gonna show you the trick to this, and being fast at it is experience, but you just build a real good bridge wherever you want the product to be. This guy is the one you need to keep out of the way. And just make sure your thumb is always behind the rest of your fingers. And as you go, you'll get faster and faster. Depends on your knife and how sharp it is. But just build a good bridge right against that knuckle right there, and you'll never cut yourself. We're gonna get these right in there. We wanna get them toasted, sauteed up. We wanna let them render out some fat as well. Hey, this is gonna give a little bit of flavor to our lasagna. It's gonna be good. And you really wanna make sure that you get it moving right away. They'll get stuck to the bottom of that pot real quick. And I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit to about medium high. That's a good temperature to start. And so we're doing a roll up today. We'll put this sausage on top, and I wanted to show you the lasagna, the sheets. These are cooked, until they're al dente. Typically on the packaging, it'll say how long to cook it till it's al dente, till it's tender, or just ready to go. We want to dry these real good. So these are cooked and cooled, and we want to dry them. So I have them set up in a towel right there so that they're really good and dry. Once we make the filling for the lasagna, we'll want those really nice and dry. And really everything that's going into the lasagna, we want to make it as dry as we can. Save the cottage cheese. It's going to still be liquidy, but we're going to soak up that with the other cheese, and so they'll all be combined up together with the pesto. It's going to be really good. And I'm telling you, I wish you could smell that sausage going on in here. It's got those good soups on the bottom of the pan. And we're gonna drain the juice from this onto a paper towel once we're done with it as well. That's beautiful right there. We're gonna do just a little bit of basil. We wanna make sure we have our basil set up for garnish once our lasagna comes out of the oven. And so we'll just make some real thin strips of basil that we'll set aside. So once we get back, you guys, we're gonna take our lasagna filling and put it all together. We'll show you how to lay out the lasagna sheets as well. Make sure they're good and dry. Y'all hang out with me, we'll be right back. So we need a little texture in our lasagna. I mean, it's pretty soft without anything to give it some crunch. We're gonna make sure that this sausage is nice and crispy. It's rendered out all the fat, and we're gonna add it right to the top of our lasagna.
Woo, that was an awesome game.
If you're looking for the best Chicago-style pizza in the area, you found it.
Best pizza in town.
The best lunch special around. Games are always on. And of course, Gusano's signature happiest hour.
For more information on our specials and events, go to gusanos.pizza.
See you at Gusano's.
Many people have a real struggle to find their place in the world. But you know, I've helped thousands of people as a real estate and lifestyle expert. As a result of that, I really understand the personalized nature and process of discovery.
Man, I feel like I found a really nice home here, for sure.
Well, and that's why I bring people inspiration that you provide, so you can stimulate their hearts and minds.
Yes, their stomachs as well. I'm a stomach guy, man.
Me too. Contact me. Let's spend some time exploring your hopes and dreams. Then I'll go out and find it for you.
Cash III, owner of the Diamond Center. I invite you to come visit us for all your jewelry needs, including celebrations, purchases, repurposing, or jewelry repairs. The Diamond Center offers the largest selection of engagement rings in the area, along with complete custom design for all those special occasions. My family's legacy in jewelry goes back 4 generations. We strive for excellent customer service, integrity in our pricing, and jewelry of the very best quality and craftsmanship. This is all backed by our exclusive free lifetime warranty. Come see us at the Diamond Center, celebrating a legacy of love.
At Chef Brooks Catering, we take pride in our food and our service. Whether your event is large or small, in-home or on location, our team of culinary pros is ready to make your event beautiful and delicious. We do all things culinary. Give us a call or find us online at chefbrookscatering.com.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. We have our sausage. It's all cooked, ready to go. I wanted to drain it on this towel so it'd be, not have all the fat with it. It's got some crispiness to it. It's gonna give texture to our lasagna once we get it inside there. So, but we have to make our mix that's gonna go in our roll-ups. All we're doing is combining our cottage cheese with some grated mozzarella cheese, some low-fat mozzarella, and some Parmesan, some pesto, and some seasoning. And so I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of pesto right to this bowl. Listen, you can make the pesto if you want to. You can use the store-bought stuff. It doesn't really matter. This is just a blend of some basil and some pine nuts and some seasoning with some oil. My basil was just a little bit older, and so it's just a little bit darker, but it turned out really good. It's got some good flavor to it. We're gonna add about half of this mozzarella. This is a low moisture, low fat mozzarella. And that's about 2 cups. And we're gonna save some to go on top. Let me grab another spoon. We're gonna add 2 cups of cottage cheese. And that's pretty much all of this. We're gonna mix it all together. And that's the low-fat cottage cheese that we're using. a little Parmesan. This is about a half a cup of Parmesan, and we're gonna use some more of that on top as well. Then we're gonna add black pepper. I like to give it a good dusting. That way it'll have some good flavor for me. Kosher salt. Make sure you're always using kosher salt. Most of your recipes should call for kosher salt. We're also gonna add some parsley, just to give it some color. A little bit of flavor too, about 2 tablespoons. And really, I got a glove on because I'm gonna do the mix job with my hand and get right in. You wanna just combine it all up. Make sure it's blended very well. And once you're done with that, you can set it aside. Just make sure you get a fresh glove, get that one off of there. And we're gonna set that aside. And I wanna show you what we're gonna do here. So I've got my lasagna noodles all set up. They have been cooled, cooled, drained, and I've patted them dry. And I left a towel on top of them so that they retain that moisture. I didn't want them to dry out. And so they're on a towel right now. I want to flip these and put them onto, you can use whatever you'd like. If you want to go straight down to your board, you can. You can use parchment paper, whatever you like, as long as they're not sticky anymore. And at this stage, they're not. And right off of my pink towel onto my cutting board. And you really want to have all 8 of these. So we might have to do a second round here because my board isn't quite enough. We can slide that one down. We might have to do a second round. Get one more on there anyway, just like that. And so we'll grab our spoon. We'll get this out of our way. We're gonna grab our spoon and our mix, and we're gonna get ready to go right on top of our roll-ups. What you do, start right here and just lay it down. You don't want too thick of a layer, but you want it to be consistent. And we're only gonna put it about 2/3 of the way up, okay? So I'm gonna keep going right here, you guys. When we get back, I'm gonna roll these up. We're gonna get built right into our little ramekin, our little Pyrex dish. We're gonna show you how good it is. We're coming right back. So for the lasagna, we're doing a roll up. We wanna make sure our pasta is cooked and cooled and really patted dry, because we're gonna fill it and then we're gonna roll it up. It'll give our lasagna a whole lot of layers without us having to do all of that layering with the pasta sheets.
In the morning when I rise, I know I've got you on my side. You're good for me, so naturally. And I can't wait for that fresh taste of richness you bring. I like the way you make me feel. Yeah.
Hiland Dairy knows that a good life is a collection of happy moments shared with family and friends. Make your moments more memorable with products that are wholesome and delicious, naturally.
Spring camping season is here. Don't miss the NWA RV Show and Outdoor Party April 13th and 14th at 5102 West Pauline Whitaker Parkway in Rogers behind Nukes. Sponsored by 2 of the state's largest RV dealers, Wheels RV and Moix RV. With brands you love like Grand Design, Jayco, Brinkley, Flagstaff, Coachman Catalina, Vibe, and Winnebago. On-site financing available, plus food trucks, a variety of vendors, and bounce house for the kids. Make plans to attend the NWA RV Show and Outdoor Party April 13th and 14th. 5102 West Pauline Whitaker Parkway, Rogers.
an awesome game.
If you're looking for the best Chicago-style pizza in the area, you found it.
Best pizza in town.
The best lunch special around. Games are always on. And of course, Gusano's signature happiest hour.
For more information on our specials and events, go to gusanos.pizza.
See you at Gusano's.
Okay, guys, welcome back. Man, I'm trying to finish up here. I want to get all of these done so that we have the roll-ups ready. We're gonna get our Pyrex dish done as well. We gotta get it set up with some sauce, but we need 8 of the rolls. And some of this is gonna be, some of the mix is gonna, squeeze out the sides. It just depends on how I roll it up, how good a job or bad a job I do rolling it up. But we wanna get all of that mix in here. And this last one, if we have any mix left over laying on the deck, we'll get it ready. But we are very close to our number. It looks really good. So this is my recipe for tomato sauce. Man, you can do whatever you like. I make it in bulk here in the catering kitchen. And it is just a combination of tomatoes and puree, some grape tomatoes that have been roasted, some garlic, some onions, a few other things. And we cook it and cool it, and it's made with fresh herbs, really good. We want to line our Pyrex dish with some of that tomato sauce. And this is just a small Pyrex dish, a 4x5. And we want to put some of that sauce right in the bottom. If you want to spray this, you can. It doesn't really matter. We're putting sauce in the bottom, so it doesn't really matter. But I just want to make sure I get it nice and evenly spaced out on the bottom. Just like that. Just give yourself a layer. Then we're gonna I'm gonna put on my gloves here because we're gonna be rolling up our lasagna here in just a second. Get my gloves ready. And we'll give this a layer of the mozzarella. Just like that. Now, the trick to this is making sure the flap on the roll-ups are laid down once you put it into the Pyrex dish. So you just start at the end, and it's a pinwheel almost. You'll have a little bit of spare left over, and we'll lay that down in our Pyrex dish. And I'm just gonna show you this every time, as tight as you can get it. And you want to start them side by side and as far against the edge as you can. We need 8. 2 of them are going to go long ways in the pan. There's our third one, just like that. And we'll roll them up as tight as we can. Again, we want to make sure that we get them as close together as we can. We want to feed our family of 8 with a roll-up, or our family of 4 with 8 roll-ups. Just like that. And again, make sure they're as close together as you can get them. And this just takes a few minutes. And there's those. And the last 2, once we get them rolled up here, they'll go this way, the back. You just got to get it slid down in there. We'll take our last one, use that extra filling that you got laying on the deck to finish that one off and roll it up. Just like that. Right in there. Now, the last thing we want to do here before we cover this is add some more sauce to it, more of that marinara. You just want to, again, give it a layer, marinara. Make sure we grab our sausage, because our sausage goes in here, right on the top of the layer of marinara. And you can just get it in there and we'll spread it out across the top. You can hear the crunch that has. Oh, it's gonna be so good. We'll take that powdered Parmesan, give it a layer. And then, once again, we're gonna do mozzarella. Now, this is gonna go in the oven for about 40 minutes. Guys, when we get back, we're gonna show you how this looks. Y'all stick around.
Here's the dish on this lasagna roll-up. Hey, I love lasagna. It's one of my favorite things. I love the layers. I always thought, as a chef, it is a very tedious process. This way, it's really relatively simple. It allows me to make a roll-up, just a smear, roll it up, my layers are right there, will give you the opportunity for everyone to have their own individual roll-up. Man, it is a great way to do this dish. Your family will really enjoy making these together.
In the morning when I rise, I know I've got you on my side. You're good for me, so naturally. And I can't wait for that fresh taste of richness you bring. I like the way you make me feel. Yeah.
Hiland Dairy knows that a good life is a collection of happy moments shared with family and friends. Make your moments more memorable with products that are wholesome and delicious, naturally.
At Chef Brooks Catering, we take pride in our food and our service. Whether your event is large or small, in-home or on location, our team of culinary pros is ready to make your event beautiful and delicious. We do all things culinary. Give us a call or find us online at chefbrookscatering.com.
Spring camping season is here. Don't miss the NWA RV Show and Outdoor Party April 13th and 14th at 5102 West Pauline Whitaker Parkway in Rogers behind Nukes. Sponsored by two of the state's largest RV dealers, Wheels RV and Moix RV. With brands you love like Grand Design, Jayco, Brinkley, Flagstaff, Coachman Catalina, Vibe, and Winnebago. On-site financing available, plus food trucks, a variety of vendors, and bounce house for the kids. Make plans to attend the NWA RV Show and Outdoor Party April 13th and 14th. 5102 West Pauline Whitaker Parkway, Rogers.
So this is getting ready to go in the oven. I want to show you my trick. Parchment paper. You need it for the sticky cheese, okay? We're gonna make sure that it's completely covered. Now, what I do, I'll take one full sheet of aluminum foil, way bigger than my container. I'll put the container in the middle, make sure my parchment paper stays on it. Pour my foil over it. You want to get it as tight as you can. This will prevent any sauce from spilling out in your oven. You got a nice tight.
So I sure do love showing off great recipes for you guys, great dishes that you can make for your family. This one is about 40 minutes in the oven just to get a good melt of that cheese. Make sure the pasta, the noodles are ready to go. And it is smelling so good in this kitchen. Make sure that you use a towel or just a real nice oven mitt, whatever you're going to use to get it out of the oven. But as you can see, I wrapped up the entire dish. The main reason is it bubbles over once you get it going in the oven, and we don't want any of that to spill out in the oven. It makes a lot of smoke, makes a lot of stuff you just don't want, and then you got to clean the oven. So we don't want to do that at all. So it's just a matter of wrapping the whole thing. And honestly, I've been doing this so long that my hands are so used to the heat. I'm gonna unwrap this. I suggest that you just be real careful when you're doing this. Don't get burned. And at this point, if I go ahead and break the aluminum foil, it's okay, because it's done. And I just want to tell you how beautiful that looks. Oh my gosh. We're gonna get rid of this foil. Let me get that out of there. Let's get that bad boy out of there. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh man, is that gonna be good? Now, we wanna plate this, put a little extra basil on top of it so that it looks good. Let's grab a plate and get ready. I'm so excited, I can't wait. We'll get us a plate out of the cabinet there. And I'll just use a spoon to get my section out. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Right from the bottom. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Ooh. I gotta have a little bit of that extra on my plate. I'll put some of that extra filling right down on there. Look at that melty cheese. It doesn't get any better than that right there. I want y'all to know that right there. Oh, you gotta go on top. Look, little extra garnish, that melty cheese. We're gonna take some beautiful basil. It's just the basil I chiffonade earlier, put right on top for garnish. And that's gonna give a good flavor once you cut into it. We're gonna take the powdered Parmesan cheese, and what I'll do is just kind of powder my plate. That way, as I eat my lasagna, I can just sop up that extra cheese with that lasagna and just go all around the plate, just extra love on there. Oh my gosh. Then, I just wanna make sure before I serve it to the fam, or to my guests, want to make sure the plate is nice and clean. It looks good. We'll put a little extra basil out around the plate. Call them to the table, baby. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. That's Hiland Dairy cottage cheese lasagna roll up, man, made with beautiful sausage. Guys, you gotta try this. This is a great dish. I hope you have a great day. We're gonna have a lot of cool things we're gonna show you right here on About the Dish.